Welcome back. We're talking about AAGEN this morning. And tell us that President Obama recently released a memo that addresses hiring reform in the federal government. Tell us about the memo, about what's going to change and how it affects you.
Okay, basically, the memo makes the hiring process for government, which is traditionally known as very complex, much easier, so that people can apply for jobs with just a resume and a cover letter without having to do what's called KSA's, knowledge, skills, and abilities. And how that affects AAGEN is it makes it much easier for people to apply. And there are the essay format that's usually requested or required is no longer there. Now, right now, there's a huge opportunity for private sector individuals to come into government for a few reasons. One, the government has what's called a retirement tsunami. In the next 5 years, over half of the currently senior level employees are set to retire. And there's also a insourcing initiative to bring some of the work that's been contracted out back into the government. On the private sector, we all know the economy, it hasn't been great, and the unemployment rate has been very high. But traditionally, for whatever reason, government hasn't really looked at what I call the mid-career hires that are experienced, skilled, and can come directly into more the senior levels of government. And that's where making the hiring process easier. And AAGEN traditionally reaches out to not only our members, but to community organizations that are Asian Pacific Americans to get the word out. And we can also help them with the hiring process, because even though it will be easier and it will be effective November 1st, where agencies are required to follow this, it's still not comparable to the private sector, where you just push a button to submit your resume and you're basically done with the application. So AAGEN can help with the process, hold the candidate's hands a little bit throughout that process, and hopefully get them to hit the ground running and help them out when they get the job.
Now, I understand that AAGEN is an entirely volunteer organization. How in the world are you able to deliver all of these services and do all of this when no one's being paid? Since, Tommy, you brought up the economy and how tough it is.
We do it in our spare time. You know, I jokingly say I stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning doing this stuff.
And she does.
Really bad for your health.
Yes, it's really bad for that. But you know, this is a passion with all of us, and so we find time when something is that important to you. You find time in between, you know, in between things that you need to get done, and you do it.
Jim, how important is mentoring in helping those that you're trying to train advance in government?
It's probably the single most important enabler, especially if the mentoring can be done by people may look similar and understand the same culture background. The senior SESs within the government, and there are about 150, 160 of us with the Asian cultural background. These are the largest enabler to help us to overcome this issue. You know, especially in today's economy, that the highly technically competent workforce is crucial. You know, by many accounts, that in the next decades, the type of a job requires a technical background that are very frequently found within the Asian Americans, because our heritage emphasizes higher education. And secondly, those Asian SESs, they were selected by their agencies, and therefore their agency have, you know, the trust and the credibility endowed in this group of people. If they also explain to their agencies the importance of breaking through this glass ceiling, is not just an equity challenge, but also will help boost our well-being in economy, because our economy will depend upon highly technical trained people to solve many of the very complex issues.
What are the greatest challenges that you foresee heading into the next decade?
Wow. Two of them are, one of them is organizational, the other one is programmatic or substantive, if you will. On the organizational side, it still remains important for us to be able to reach out to the Asian American government executives and for those that are in the pipeline so that we can help them. And that is something that Tommy is doing a wonderful job in putting programs and things like that together to help our folks. On the programmatic or substantive side, we are hard at work in dealing with those issues of the bamboo ceiling, the sticky floor, the model minority myth, and a lot of these other challenges that we find. And Jim Meng has also put some programs together that addresses these things.
One big project that you have coming up that we want to talk about after the break is your huge. Welcome back as we continue our talk about AAGEN. Tell us what career clinic coaching is.
Well, coaching is one of the very popular events at our annual leadership conference. We have one-on-one coaching every year, and we'll have another conference coming up on June 10th this year. And we have tremendous response from that. So what we're doing is we're trying to put together a program that's an ongoing mentor that throughout the year people can sign up for a mentor program to take advantage of the experience and the wisdom of the senior executives that are members of AAGEN. So that's something we're working on right now.
All right, and you mentioned this is a big gala dinner coming up on June 10th. This is your 11th annual, Belle.
This is our 11th annual. We have a gala dinner on June 10th, and during the gala dinner we're going to be honoring 3 outstanding individuals that are, for example, we're going to be honoring the senior senator from Hawaii, Senator Daniel Inouye, with the Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award. We're going to be honoring the U.S. Navy's Chief of Naval Operations, Admiral Gary Roughhead, for his commitment to increasing the number of Asian American to the flag ranks. And he's done a tremendous job, and we wanted to recognize him for that. Our third awardee is Ellen Law, and we're giving her the Stanley Suyat Award, Leadership Award. But preceding the gala dinner, we have a conference, a leadership conference. And during that conference, we have senior level experts from across the government and industry that will be coming in to share their experience with us. But more importantly, during that conference, we have a 4th track that is dedicated to what has now become our signature event. And so it's an event within an event, and it's the career one-on-one executive coaching that we will be doing with our attendees.
So you're coming together to celebrate,
yes,
also to raise funds, but
yes,
you're actually doing the work of AAGEN at this conference,
yes,
at this gala dinner.
Yes, we are, definitely.
All dressed up.
Yes.
We're always working.
We are. We definitely are.
The leadership conference we mentioned, this is your 11th year.
Yes.
Going forward, what is it that you're doing to train young people, not just the young executives,
right,
but kids who are in school who are looking forward to careers in government, or who are trying to determine how they fit into the American culture and the American corporate environment?
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things that each of us does, and I'll speak from my own experience. I do a lot of speaking to groups to encourage, high school level kids and college kids and entry level people, to tell them about the careers that are possible, and then to show them the path to the top. And most importantly, we are giving out scholarships to encourage these people to choose a career in public service. And of course, we are going to be doing four scholarships this year at the conference.
All right, and to learn more about the conference, we've got the website address for you as well as a phone number, and the address is www.AAGEN, that's AAGEN, viewpointprogram.org, and there you see the number 202-558-7499. Again, it's June 10th, and tell us the time and place.
It is, the conference begins at 8 o'clock in the morning. It is going to be at the DoubleTree Hotel in Arlington. It's the DoubleTree Crystal City. And we would welcome everybody to attend. Please join us.
Belle Leong, Jim Mann, and Tommy Wong. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Real pleasure.
Thank you for being with us on Viewpoint. Stay with us now. News 4 Today continues. Have a great Sunday.
You're watching NBC4, live from the area's leading news station. This is News 4 Today.
We have learned the identities of a high school teenager and a father